My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Today is April 16, 2023. It is 4:50 a.m. I was trying to edit as many videos as possible so I could be free, and I finally finished. It took me maybe 30 minutes to grab some tweets to share with you, to put on a list, and I was like, I better record now because it's close to 5 a.m. Before you know it, the kids are up. There's gonna be too much noise, and neighbors. I actually heard a radio playing, so I hope it doesn't record because I opened the window. It's a bit the weather has been pretty good. All right, so let's go on Twitter. All right, there's a lot going on. I didn't record for maybe 2 days. Let me see, the last one was the 15 a day yesterday. I didn't record because I wanted to finish edit. All right, so let's get going. Reminder, Kate currently doesn't have a communication secretary because after announcing the new hire, she declined and decided to keep her current job. Okay, this one was posted the 14th, the last time I recorded. So this was going around. I didn't capture it on April 14 video. Okay, how Kate's ancestors play a key role in abolishing slavery after the Sussex's barbs about royal and racism. They throwing her under the bus, but yeah, I think that was something that I saw where they carrying her. Yeah, this is I don't know, something's wrong with that island. Let's read some of the comments. Oh, so they put something in here. What is it, a map? Oh, I can't even see it. Okay, I can't, it's too blurry for me to read. If you could, good for you. Private secretary. All right, so that's me here when I started putting things on the list 8 hours ago. Is this the part where they create the problem, then they try to solve the problem they created to then want a plot for it? Our ancestors were too nice, that's why they took advantage. We learned from history. You can understand why they don't want to teach history and or banning books. Okay, the article further tells us that her ancestors saved Meghan's ancestors. What? Her ancestors saved Meghan's ancestors? What the hell? We don't do things on our own? Jeez, let's see this. Okay, full article. All right, so let's read it. Someone took screenshot. I wasn't gonna click it if they put the link because I'm not gonna give them that click. So someone took one for the team. Okay, I read that already. Princess of Wales' ancestor was known as greatest American abolitionist. What the hell? Harriet Martineau. Who the hell is Martineau? Fought a lifelong battle to abolish slavery and racism in the U.S. Okay, for the Princess of Wales' great-great-great-great-great-great-aunt, Norfolk-born Harriet Martineau became known as the greatest American abolitionist after fighting a lifelong battle to abolish slavery and racism in the U.S. And in fascinating twist of history, it was her lobbying of U.S. President James Madison and Andrew Jackson that ultimately set in motion Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, the declaration that freed the Duchess of Sussex great-great-great-great-grandfather Stephen Raglan from servitude. What the hell? Historian Michael Reed, who discovered the connection, said that although Harry and Meghan have been accused of inferring racism in the royal family, our future queen has an ancestor who nobly fought the battle to free slaves in America. But yet, the institution was putting people enslaved. They forgot that part? And then they're still practicing their stupid thing. It's just that they're doing it in secretive. Oh, God, these people are ridiculous. Okay, that last sentence is a mess. Quote, Harry and Meghan have been accused of inferring racism, end quote. What does that even mean? Did the sentence originally read, quote, although the royal family has been accused of being racist? That's what I see too. And the editor wouldn't even let that stand. Lord have mercy. Someone is setting up Kate. Yeah, they're throwing her under the bus. Let me read what's there because I have a lot to share with you. Whatever's on the screen. Okay, Lord have mercy. Someone is setting up Kate. Middleton ancestors also started slavery, and she's a racist biatch, so Kate's ancestor will be disappointed in how much of racist doormat she is. That's another good point of the way of looking at it. She's trying to take credit for something she had nothing to do with. I don't believe for a second that even if when Kate has her own private secretary, he or she will just be pretend private secretary for Kate, but really nothing to do with working for her, just to keep tabs on her movement and thought, a spy for Willie, Kamila, and Chuck E. Cheese. This one is new, Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese was a park said not today. There's another screenshot. Kate Middleton told Meghan Markle to sit at the back if she attend coronation. These people are crazy. Lord, they dug deep for that mess. Kate is a long way from her ancestor, since walking next to a biracial woman was the hardest thing she's ever done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I shared that with you, but it was going on Twitter. That one of the I was on vacation. I couldn't find some of the tweets to put on the list. That one of her hardest things to do was to walk next to Meghan during the Queen's funeral thing. Alright, so there's another thing here. Omid is talking about it. We're not going to do this today. How Kate's ancestors play a key role in abolishing slavery after the Sussexes bobs about royal and racism. Alright, let's read some of the comments. People are putting receipt. Okay, Saint Kate the Savior. Yeah, this is when Obama came, and I think I talk about the that painting. And I think this is Kate's and William's place. Meanwhile, they throw Harry in the dungeon. Okay, let's see here. Why drew William and Kate to the Negro Page painting? The Royal Art Collection has 7,500 works. Were there no other pieces to hang in the couple's home for the visit of Barack Obama? Okay, don't mention that painting. The Obamas visiting Kensington Palace with Albert Cupp's work in the background. Photo Reuters. Page painting. Kate Middleton told Meghan Markle to sit at the back if she attend coronation. That was April 14. Oh, 2 days ago. That wasn't too far. I guess these came after I did my recording because I didn't see these. Okay, the question is, how can Kate's ancestors, etc., justify slavery in the first place? We are here for a limited time after all. Surely there are consequences for our action. Is this part of the reason the environment is giving up its natural good? Just saying. Okay, there's this. Lord have mercy. I think they're trying to get KKK dragged. This probably came from Queen Concubine's people. Yeah, she's throwing her under the bus so they don't talk about her. Oh, I'll listen to that. Let me go into this and see what they're saying. Kem is working hard at this. She's going to destroy Rady while she can. Girl tried to get her relation in the coronation before Prince G. This is gonna be good. Someone is being groomed to take over. History. She should be scared. Yes. Yep, they're throwing her. Everybody else saw the writing on the walls. They're trying to get rid of her, replace her. My goodness. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's see here.
Several hundred years of kings and queens in Britain participating in the slave trade. But also, I know you all know this. Having a family member that was an abolitionist does not absolve thee of racism. Marrying into a black family as a white person, having mixed race children, does not absolve you of racism. In fact, I'd say you probably have even more work to do to ensure that you do not do harm to your family and children, because there's a lot as white people that we just don't know and we will never fully understand. Racism is structural. We're all participating in it, or we're working to dismantle it. Here's a line from the article. Although Harry and Meghan have been accused of inferring racism in the royal family, have been accused of inferring racism. There are so... What is the sentence? Okay, continuing. Our future queen has an ancestor who nobly fought the battle to free slaves in America. What does that have to do with racism in the royal family and past royals participating in the slave trade and profiting off of it? It has nothing to do with it. But also, and no offense to Princess Catherine, she doesn't have anything to do with this ancestor. I haven't looked into this ancestor named Harriet, but apparently she became known as, quote, the greatest American abolitionist. Ew. Thought you weren't into Americans. Anyway. But this also continues the trend of giving white people all the credit for abolishing slavery, as if they just woke up one day and were like, you know what, owning people is wrong. Again, I have not looked into any of this, but according to the Daily Mail, it was her lobbying of U.S. Presidents James Madison and Andrew Jackson that ultimately set in motion Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Do y'all know much about Andrew Jackson? Let me tell you. Oh, this part is gross. Okay, hold on. It continues on to say, the declaration that freed the Duchess of Sussex's great-great-great-great-grandfather, Stephen Ragland, from servitude. What are you implying here? This feels...
I would love to listen to this, but her opinion on this, because this thing doesn't make sense. These people in the UK love to play with people's emotion. Let's see here. Have you got the link to the full version, please? Full version, please. It's Meredith. Okay, that's that. I'm not on TikTok. There's this. All right, so let's move on. People's responding. I'm not on TikTok, so let me see here. James Madison was the 4th president. Andrew Jackson was the 7th president. Okay, what was she doing between 1817 and 1829? Nothing. Her effort didn't stop anything. She's as useless as her great granddaughter. Okay, a desperate article that seems to be suggest that this is the thing here. This is why they don't want people to know history. They want to write their own history, okay, to fit the narrative. This is the thing that's going on here. Okay, a desperate article that seems to be suggesting that in 2023, Meghan should be grateful to Kate for her ancestors being freed. I've never heard of Harriet Martineau, and I have heard of other people who work for abolition. So I'm going to say she was not the greatest abolitionist. There's the thing here. Okay, in addition to everything the lady says, their monarchy and nobility in general is built on the principle of bloodline superiority. Racism and eugenics are very much the core of that system. This article reeks of lies and desperation. Wait, what? Meredith, my word are colliding. Okay, thank you. I feel violated. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, there's this here. Stop this BS now. Why do you continue to make up lies? It's disgusting. The world is watching. Aren't you all ashamed of yourselves? Okay, what is this? She retweeted LBC. Meghan did not want to play second fiddle to Kate and will only have attended the king's coronation if she was assured a prominent position. How will they know what Meghan thinks? But anyway, they make up their lies. Okay, Meghan couldn't play second fiddle to Kate if she tried, and she didn't try early on. Okay, let's see here. That's because Meghan played first fiddle. The nonsense that's going on Twitter, it's ridiculous. And these are adults who's talking. Oh my God. I'm just sharing the BS with you guys. This is because Meghan played first fiddle by becoming more popular than the Cambridge couple and cottage cheesecake. Just couldn't handle the competition. And that's Meghan literally said when all 4 of them were on stage.
And I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
She doesn't mind being in the background and learn. What is it? I'll put the audio there. Okay, she doesn't mind being in the background so she could learn and maximize her potential. So what do these people are trying to do? There's Megan left the UK for Kate to take all for herself. They still haven't done a damn thing. Kate and William. Meanwhile, there's Megan and Harry who left the UK, starts from scratch, and did their thing. They've been winning awards. So you tell me, please. As a matter of fact, the uselessness that they are, meaning Kate and William, is just to freaking embarrass, wasting of time and energy to trying to help them. But anyway, whew, they don't even check these stories on the other side to see if it is true. The truth doesn't matter to them. They just want clicks. Yeah. Alright, listen, Kate and William lack originality. They now have a show on Prime about the two of them. Everything Harry and Megan do, they copy. We know Kate love Megan's style because she stepped up her look. They lack authenticity in a big way. Let's wait for Willie's book. There's a rolling eye. The sad part is some people believe it. Duchess Megan shined too brightly. Kate could never compare to Duchess Megan. Tabloid, all bothered, stress over Megan just existing. She's constantly on their mind. I believe so too. If she attend or didn't attend, there's a significant amount of money to be made just by mentioning her name in an article. Charles' lack of exposure probably has him spinning in his sleep. Don't comment black them. The more people black, the more it hurts. The bottom line. Commenting is the oxygen of engagement. I'm not even gonna go in it. Alright, so that's that. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this. Anyone else notice how the Queen Camilla drag has been replaced by this? The same topic again, so the squad are making reference to it. It's just that they're trying to is a distraction. So nobody talk about Kamila or Charles because everywhere they go, there's booze. Okay, I did that long video with a whole bunch of videos. Okay, video clips of the UK media talking about what is it, Harry and Meghan not coming to the coronation. No, not Harry and Meghan, about Meghan not coming to the coronation, and that is because she's afraid she's gonna get booed and whatever. Meanwhile, when you look at every clip that Charles and Kamila out and about, there's booze. Okay, and I shared that in that particular video. Okay, there's that. Yes, I was going to tweet same thing. Squad telepathy. There's that. There is a feeding frenzy of the woman in that family. Place your bets, folks. My bet is Kamila will wipe the floor with Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman. She's been at this for decades, longer than Harriet. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's feed vibes there and then move on. Yep, the resident villain wanted to draw attention away from her concubine's sacrificial altar activity. Prince Harry accuses dangerous queen consort Kamila of leaking royal stories to media. There's that. Villain established since 1981. Oh my god. Look at this. This is very well put. Villain established since 1981. What she did to Diana, what she did to Harry. You know, she just a baggage for God. A baggage. I'm not a freaking psychic. I don't have the power. It's just that I'm wondering the day of that freaking coronation. Let's shut my mouth. Okay, it's because Harriet was on all the tabloid front pages Monday morning. We know what happened to junior members after this, and they don't have Meg anymore. Camilla's got decades on Kate and Aristo background that shield her and inner circles, whereas Kate's commoner status will always precede her. Hell, Kate's already getting upstaged by her husband's roles. She doesn't stand a chance behind closed doors or in the public eye. That's her own doing. She should have stand by Megan, but instead she joined them to bash on Megan. Now like that video that I have on the thumbnail, the thumbnails that I have, where one day it will be you, and I think I show a chess piece where it's by itself, like it's gonna fall or something like that. No matter what you are going through, always try and help people instead of saying, quote, F off, ask, quote, how can I help you, to F off, end quote. Be kind. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, it's about Kate again. So, did Kamila leak this info about Kate to Tom Bauer, or did William sit at the back? Just wow, Kate really outdoing herself. Alright, this is page 6. I'm not gonna click on it. I'm just gonna read the caption here. Kate made a attempt to Meghan Markle to sit at the back if she, quote, we must all be grateful that Kate, in the end, I think, prevented Meghan from coming and said she, quote, wouldn't have her there under any circumstances, end quote. Some BS, my goodness. There's Egg. People's responding who probably put this out. Egg, Bauer not doing Kate any favor with these revelations. Okay, I find it hilarious how all the tabloids are contradicting each other. The Daily Express have said none of the royal family has spoken to Harry or Meghan about the coronation, and yet here's an article about Kate telling Meghan this is the thing, how Kate telling Meghan she will have sit in the back if she attends. If Kate did say this to Meghan, I hope Harry pays her dust. Okay, there's that. Harry knows how the game is played over there. So how did Kate communicate this? They don't speak or have any communication. It's done through their husbands. Tom Bauer, a well-known shield of chem hags, now trying to make Kate look bad. I don't personally like her, but even so, first Meg, now Kate, who's next? Okay, so Kate contacted Meghan quietly or boldly to the UK tabloid media dogs and laid down the mean girl law on exactly what Meghan's place would be if Meghan even thought about attending the coronation. Yeah, right. It's Kate's problem, not Meghan. Okay, I believe here she was carrying for the photos so that we don't see Meghan. She was using her height to be the center of the ceremony. Now she can have that spotlight. She wanted black women to sit in the back when the racists accidentally out themselves. Tell me more. Okay, it's not Kate coronation, so I don't think she has any power to say where Meghan is sit or not. That I don't know. These people don't think. Once they see something, they only see their views and that's it. They don't see the ripple effects once they put it out there, or at least try to think how other people will see it. They only see the negative aspect of it. So, alright, so in other words, they want you to think what they want you to think. Okay, so they are now turning on each other, and I don't have an ounce of sympathy for them. Okay, did she send her an email, a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Messenger? What? Derangers making things up, make Kate look bad, like she is obsessed with Meghan while not having any authority to tell her where to sit. Isn't supposed to be by protocol? What protocol? Asked the Queen. Alright, let's move on. Next tweet. There's more comment. Let's move on. There's that. Our favorite Karen enters an acceptance level. There's the laugh. She'll become a fan soon. Okay, so she tweeted this. She's not a princess. So they're already talking about Meghan. She's not a princess. Sadly, she is. She takes on all her husband's female equivalent titles. No, she is not. The title of princess goes to women who are blood. Princess Henry is like Mrs. Catherine is not called Princess Catherine. She is Princess of Wales. Oh my God. So while she's married, she's a princess of the United Kingdom like Catherine. I don't even think many of them know their own rules. She's already a fan. Do you really when she accidentally have 5-star to archetype? Oh, I don't know. I don't follow these people for me to know all of this. Is this recent? Today. Alright, that's commercial. I'm waiting for her to see the latest story and the Daily Fair. Okay, so there's that. There is hope for her yet. They try so hard, don't they? Alright, LOL, being educative. Squaddies make my day sometime. Aha, I cannot stop laughing. There's the laugh. Let's move on. Next tweet. This is by Celebrity, I believe. Is it? Maybe not. Okay, so this is a long thread, but I'm gonna focus on this only. Alright. Not celebrity kerfuffle, it's how you incite to get someone killed. Meghan Markle hasn't been seen or spoken publicly for months, so UK papers published Stalky, quote, "Where is she?" and quote, "infographic, what the F." But UK tabloid also published dozens of separate deranged stories about her every day. This is the list. What is it? 44 of them, and I think there's more. Okay, this is what industrial scale hate mongering looks like. All the stories below attacking Meghan, Maylee, and Harry quite a bit appear on the Express website within the last 24 hours. 44 biofilm rent in just one day. That's a space of 1,600 attacks a year. Wow. 24 hours period. My goodness, 44. There's this. I'm not gonna go through that. Instance where Meghan had been seen. April 15, September 19, December 7, March 8. Crazy. Okay, and yet the palace remains silent. According to the digital PR agency Bank, about 250,000 articles a year are written on Meghan alone. If 20% are not attacks, being generous, that is still 200,000 page. Okay, is it page or? Which mean at some point in just the last 5 years, there have been 1 million attack article on Meghan. Our prayers, our prayers. There's that here. Okay, they are not going to stop until she's dead. Prince Harry. It's a minute and 24 seconds, but I'm just gonna put a screenshot. Okay, so these are the images. All right, so let's listen. You're gonna see one screenshot.
My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies. It's incredibly triggering to potentially lose another woman in my life. Like, the list is growing. And it all comes back to the same people, the same business model, the same industry. Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever experiences negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself?
Okay, so let's see here. They count the days they don't see her. They obsess, scary, and dangerous. Let's see here. After Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah Winfrey last year, Meghan did not show herself for 250 days. The media during those days wrote thousands of articles about her. On the first day, the Express alone reported over 50. The tabloid have been cashing in on their lives for years with lies, conjecture, and bias. They will keep the couple in the limelight, documentary or not, because there is money in doing so. Now that Harry and Meghan are making money from producing and telling their own story, it is an entirely different matter. How dare they? Okay, so there's all of this. You could pause your screen and read it. They're all legible, but I just don't want to read. Alright, let's move on. Okay, wow. It seems you really get how destructive monetized hate is for free society. Okay, I recently moved to London and I'm floored by how much they hate her and yet can't stop talking about her. Well, be specific. Okay, the tabloid, the how do you call this? The TV people. Okay, so because sometimes when you talk to people on the ground who don't have the mic, they say something different. I'm not saying every single one of them, but there's a good portion of Brits who likes Harry and Meghan. Okay, they are incensed that she's not coming to the coronation, but if she were to attend, it will be nothing but how she's trying to upstage the king. Right, the voyeur or active participant in the hate campaign. So there's this here. This is a better version, I think, of what I have. Quote, when I work in newsroom, every anti-Harry and Meghan stories came from Kensington Palace. All right, so let's listen to it again. I have it.
When actually it's Harry and Meghan's war on the press and the media.
That's
and
true.
as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why haven't...
And if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grand?
Well, okay, that's a very... The idea...
Why are there never any
Well, I think that's
stories
fascinating.
about Prince William?
Were
Jeremy?
William and Kate involved in briefing against them originally? I don't know. That's a good point. But having a war on the media, I don't know whether that's worth the candle. Lucy and Hampshire...
When actually it's Harry and Meghan.
He knows very well. Okay, undoubtedly institutionalized annihilation of a targeted individual. Meghan joined the family in 2018, and since then there has been an unhindered air of confidence from the press that there will be no one who will tell them enough is enough. Truly frightening. And this is why Harry is taking that step, calling them to court. They are really putting her in danger and have normalized it. Baggage for God, and we need to keep on praying. This is so disturbing. It needs to stop. She's human being with feelings. What on earth does our media think they are doing? If anything happens to her, they will act like it has nothing to do with them. It's just sickening to see this daily onslaught of hate toward her. Okay, so many things going in my mind, but I don't want to share them. Okay, all of this is sanctioned by the racist royal family. Can you imagine what Princess Diana was going through by herself? My goodness. And then God forbid if something happened, then you're gonna hear all the condolences, they this and that, so people could feel sorry for them. Okay, the same way they threw Granny under the bus. Okay, Queen Camilla is said to be hurt by Harry's memoir claim in which he branded her dangerous and a villain. Yeah, jeez. Okay, Queen Camilla is said to have been hurt by revelation made by Harry as part of his tell-all memoir spare after Prince branded her dangerous. Like duh. Okay, let's see here. Just look at the relationship she has, Clarkson, Piers Morgan. She is dangerous. Okay, she clearly also sent her mate Piers to attack Princess Diana post-death. Okay, hurt. And who said that? Would it be nobody by chance? Kamila should keep her mouth shut if she has respect for her own marriage and allow Princess Diana to enjoy her own. We wouldn't be here. She is dangerous and a villain, and nothing will ever change that. Look at her face here. She's watching everything. So nobody backstab her. But guess what? When God said enough is enough, there's no stopping. I don't know. The UK seems to create, I don't know, I guess that's where Satan originated. It's gonna stop soon. Okay, what a disgrace. England's future. There's that. What the hell? After this, that's it. It would be too much to expect Kamila the concubine consort to own up to her action and her remorseful instead of blaming others for what she and Charles have done. They are both classless and a disgrace, an embarrassment. I've never witnessed grown adults act the way they have. Okay, did Kamila have any role in Diana's death? Let's go into that. Let's see here. A very valid question. Okay, that's a different language. Okay, so let's move on to the next tweet. I fully agree, she's a canny operator. That's all she's good for. Alright, Kamila has been canny. She kept the media close and the Daily Mail closer. Peter Hunt. That's right. How Kamila came in from the cold, the Spectator. Okay, can you imagine that? These people who work so hard to manipulate other people so they don't do like the kind of hard work that needs to keep the world evolve, okay, to be productive, but instead they use their time and energy to put someone else down. So it's unbelievable. It's a lot of work, you know, the negativity that they're doing instead of focusing on being productive. Can you imagine that? My goodness. I hope Diana's doing her work while she's up there, because she knows how it feels to be over here in this earth, to go through those kind of pain in the physical world. Charles staff conducted smear campaign about Princess Diana's mental health. Her former press secretary claims, as royal author admit, it was the nastiest bit of the War of the Wells. Palace smear against Diana. Yeah, he sent all his people. Okay, I think I have a audio where he says something like, to keep him at ease or something. I forgot the wording, but I'll put it anyway. I think I know where it is.
Mrs. Barker-Bowles is a great friend of mine. I have a large number of friends. I'm terribly lucky to have so many friends who I think are wonderful and make the whole difference to my life, which would become intolerable otherwise. And she has been a friend for a very long time, and along with a lot of other friends, and will continue to be a friend for a very long time. And I think also most people probably would realize that when marriages break down, awful and miserable as that is, that so often, that it is your friends who are the most important and helpful and understanding and encouraging. Otherwise, you would go stark raving mad. And that's what friends are for.
Understandably, when your marriage collapsed, you form close friendships, you re-establish close friendships of whatever character that friendship is. Did you try to be faithful and honourable to your wife when you took on the vow of marriage?
Yes, absolutely.
And you were?
Yes. Until it became...
Okay, exclusive. The Duchess of Cornwall will be the new patron National Theatre, replacing the Duchess of Sussex. Royal sources tell me Kamila was pretty miffed when the Queen gave Meghan the leading role, but is delighted to now take it on. I mean, you could understand why the Queen gave it to Meghan. You could understand why. What was Meghan's profession? What was Meghan's profession? Okay? So you will understand she fit perfectly for that role. But what have she been doing with that particular patron? Now that she has it, what have she done with it? Anybody knows from the UK? Alright, the list is keep on growing, how many patrons and all of that. Where there's something Harry said in the Obama interview thing with Meredith. What is it? It's better to have less, I'm paraphrasing now, less patron over charity, so you could have more time to go, to help that charity instead of showing once a year or something like that. I forgot how he put it, but yeah.
So you're affiliated, as many in your family are, with many, many charities. You're patrons of certain organizations. I read that you have about 15 charities that you're affiliated with. Your brother and sister-in-law have about 35, but that's less than some other members of your family, right? You all are doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So how do you focus?
So,
and tell us that by contrast, how many charities might other royals be affiliated with in different generations?
Hundreds. My grandmother had to rewrite the rule books to a certain extent. My father, my mother have also done it their way. And now we're the younger generation coming through, trying to do it our way, because the world has changed so much. We believe that by streamlining and by bringing people together in order to effect real positive change is the only way forward. And it worked for previous generations, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were allowed to get.
No. It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year.
They want a list of all the patron, the charity they patron of, but they're not doing what it needs to be done to upkeep them, to bring the spotlight with them. I don't know. I don't follow Kamila, so what have she been doing with that particular role? But anyway. Okay, superpower. These people really think playing dress up with stolen jewel means something. And the year of our Lord 2023. She's vile. They'll never change. God will put a stop to it. Only God. Alright, next week. This is commercial, by the way. Next one. So will William be giving access after this absolutely disrespectful headline to his and Harry's mother? Is so blatant Diana is dead. The mistress won. Disgusting. Okay, how the other woman won the Game of Thrones. Wow. This is a game for them. This is people's lives. This is a game for them. God needs to give them a baggage. I haven't said this in a while in some of my videos. They need a baggage to preoccupy them because they're playing with people's lives. Okay, there's me 8 hours ago. Let's see if it went on Conde. That's all I put to mess up that thing because they want people to come and cheer. You know, let's hope it's rain. People stay away. Let's see here. I hope it's a monsoon with thundering and lightning and extremely gusty wind. There's me here responded to her. William turned on his mom long ago.
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
It's doubtful he's going to be upset at Nika over this absolutely disgusting jab to Diana. It's gross, but he's choosing the side that will keep him paid as a prince of the con. When I first saw this, I thought it was a joke, not a good one. Then I realized it wasn't. How come there isn't any public outcry? But this is as thought Diana was still loved by the Brits. I'm sure Harry is outraged, but I doubt Willie is. Yeah. Like I said in one of my thumbnails, I put a picture of when Princess Diana funeral. Okay, and I put in the somewhere in upper part of the thumbnails, they're fakers. They're crying, pretending they care for Princess Diana and stuff like. There it is now. They smearing her name, and nobody's saying anything. Okay. OMG. Did I read this? Yeah, I read that. Okay. OMG. How low can they sink? Every right-thinking person should condemn this in the strongest possible term. Continue to rest in peace, beautiful soul. My goodness. Yeah. One day, I mean, these people think they live forever. One day it's gonna be them. Look at where is it? It was it the Irish who was singing Lizzie in the Box. Oh my God. After I put it on my video, it was in my head all day. Lizzie in the Box. Okay, how can those who mourn for Diana betray her now by crowning the woman who stole her husband, her throne, and her sanity? Well, she's up there and she's doing her work. Let's see. William threw Diana under the bus himself. He isn't Diana's son anymore. Thank Diana had Harry. Okay, and people will rather bow to her than to Meghan. That's their nonsense. I don't think Meghan wants anybody to bow to her.
Here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way. And the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy and pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off. And Meghan was very impatient with that. She wanted to see a new work ethic, maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself. Maybe a work ethic as strong as the Queen's herself.
I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
Either, but she moved on. She's not part of this nonsense, crazy nonsense. I think Meghan only bowed to the Lord. That's it. Okay, her husband's family chose to flaunt his mistress and her face on one of the biggest days in their lives. A man she spent 10 years chasing. Self-respect isn't for anyone. Yeah, they're talking about, she's making reference with Rose going to the coronation, who's gonna be front and center, and yet there she is. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, then that must mean they don't like her much. That being said, they get an invitation by virtue of their position alone. Okay, they be invited, but this goes well beyond the pre-functioned invitation. Okay, this is essentially the equivalent of Kamila and Andrew being invited to Charles and Diana's wedding. They would have been there anyway. Andrew was co of the Household Cavalry Regiment, but the invitation was significant for other reasons. Okay, I'm clearly not a Kate fan, but the lack of respect for the mother of his children is kind of mind-blowing. He's deliberately humiliating her at a huge public event. No decent man would do that. Plus, his kids are watching. Well, you could already assume the older one is already learning. Okay? If she wasn't such a racist, I'll feel sorry for her. And one thing I've learned from reading some of this tweet and those headlines and all of this is that I think the royal family, the way they do things, but is unfortunately they don't tell their spouse that. But with Kate though, she deserves what she get because she chased him. So there is a wife for the country, okay? For the world stage to see. You go to the public event and do all the ceremonial stuff or whatever. This is for the public. But privately is their mistresses. This is what I've learned. This is the way that I see it. But the thing is that many of these women, when they marry into the royal family, they don't let them know that. If they had told them up front, look, I'm gonna marry you, this is what you're gonna get, you produce a couple kids for me, and this is, you get whatever. Just seal the deal with truth. Now if the woman says yes, I want that, okay, and then let the woman have a husband in the background herself. If she says no, just move on, find another woman who will do that for you, because if you think it, there's someone for it. Okay, so don't manipulate people pretending that you love them, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, but yet once you marry them, you betray them. This is the part I don't understand. But with Kate though, okay, the difference with Kate, she chased him. She chased him, and this is why he feel like he could do whatever he wants with her. If she had self-respect and understand her values, maybe that will not be done to her, and some people will understand and maybe speak out for her. But she allowed it to happen. If her goal is for the crown, well, they're probably gonna let her have the crown and then still be humiliated in the public. But anyway, let's move on. Next tweet. It's sad though. And there's Harry, who said, I'm not playing that game, I only want family. This is the thing here. Harry wanted to separate it. This is another, to sort of back up my understanding of this craziness of the royal, where Harry said, I don't want to play that game. The person that I marry is gonna be my family. Okay? So the line that Harry been trying to create, where the institution and which is the public life, and then privately, he wants to keep that private.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But
And to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. You know, we are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life, you know, earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and you know, a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. You know, I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, you know, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
Okay, so he marries someone who's willing to do that with him, both privately and public, and they both are good at doing a lot of charitable work. So he's good with her in the public, and then in the background, the things that those other royals do with their concubine, okay, he's willing to do it with his wife as well. So, and they don't like that. This is the way that I see it. Alright, so let's see here. They can't get a single performer from the UK or Commonwealth. Deeply embarrassing. Katy Perry, Andrea Bocelli, and Lionel Richie have been announced as performers for King Charles III's coronation. Okay, whatever. Okay, Lionel Richie. Shame on Katy, Lionel, and Andrea. Hey, they performers. They make money. I don't know if they take this at heart for anything. They just there to do the performance. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame them, but it is what it is. Well, there's take that who inexplicably are very popular, but other than that, no Elton, no Ed, no Adele, no Maka, no Harry Styles, no Vard, no Spice Girl, no Coldplay, no Brian May, and Queen. I mean Lionel, Katy, and Take That. The Brit Awards had a better lineup. Right, let's start placing bets now. Which British legend will attend and or perform at Archie's birthday party? Fair is fair. Right, it's very disappointing that Lionel Richie will be performing in the charade. He doesn't need to do this. A polite decline of the invite would have been more dignifying. Well, he's not doing it for free. I mean, I understand why people will not want to do the performing, but they are a business. Okay, the elderly crowd will love it. The elderly crowd. It's been cracking me up watching the Royal Fan Club trying to pretend it's their dream lineup. Okay, whatever. I love Lionel Richie. His old song, he hasn't produced any new songs lately. Alright, next tweet. This is from Bazaar. This popped up on my timeline. King Charles mentioned feeling immense pride for Prince Harry and William and new speech. Okay, it's repeating. The night comes weeks before the three are set to reunited in London. There's me here, the king of lip service. That's all it is. Okay, how can you feel proud when the only thing you manage to do to your son is making them the biggest enemies? What's there to be proud of? King Charles the Cruel. All right, now this is journalism, offering context and perspective without chopping out what was important for HRH, Diana, Princess of Wales. Oh, please. The thing is that Harry knows his family. That's all I could say. Next tweet. I don't have much opinion about this. Next tweet. LOL. They are throwing tampons in the comment section. Okay, so I bookmarked this so I could go into that. She said they're throwing tampon under the bus. Do you have a question about King Charles' coronation? Sky Royal commentator Alistair Bruce will be answering your question ahead of one of the biggest events of the year. Leave your question in the comment below. Okay, your coronation question answered. Okay, I'll go into it in a few. Let me read the. Okay, let me just read this. Okay, why are we still conned into believing the lies about how much the royal patrons help charities when research shows they don't? Alright, so let's see here. The Queen Early this year, okay, so she's gone, so that's all. Royal patronages provide no discernible benefit to charities that seek to obtain and retain them, according to new research. A report by the charity consultancy giving evidence funded by the Belgian Red Cross found that 74% of charities with royal patrons did not receive any public engagement over the last year, and there was no evidence that royal patrons increased a charity's revenue or generosity more broadly. They don't help. Okay, let me go look. And the thing is, let me go look. So the thing is that, I mean, they put that nonsense. This is why they exist. And then when people are about to find out, to find their intention, they switch the narrative. They confuse people with something else. And this is why the lies keep on building up on the tabloid, and it become normalized. Nobody said anything, so they're okay. They're sitting at the top. Even though they can pay their heating bill, they don't have money to put food on the table, they're okay with it. So what can I say? Do you have a question about King Charles' coronation? All right, let's see what they say here. Yeah, can he please write an autobiography title, quote, My Life as a Tampon? That would be so awesome. Okay, why do he and his wife stay silent when Camilla's friend Jeremy Clarkson wrote that hateful and racist article in The Sun? That's a valid question. Okay, no, but thank you for asking this. Okay, why are we forced to pay for billionaires to live in unparalleled luxury while the people they say they represent go hungry? Why are they all colossal perverts? How can someone who breaks all 10 commandments be head of the church? When do we get to say in their Taiwosag? There's the 10 commandment. Okay, what's Charles' favorite color? Tie. And why does he think we should pay for his ego party? When you are going to show any acknowledgement of the strength of opinion voice and reply to your previous attempt to ask this question? More people support a republic than currently say they'll vote for Tory at the next general election. When do they get represented? Well, I bet you when it's time for election, you're gonna hear what's the next issue. Racism, full blast, okay? And then everybody forget all about the problems. Okay, you haven't answered our initial question. So again, why is the royal family silent about the virtual aim at a member of their family for not attending an event certain members of the royal family via the mouthpieces said they didn't want her at? All right, there's that. Okay, let's move on. I'm starting to feel tired even though I just started. Next tweet. Prince Harry was preoccupied with the coronation seating chart and negotiation. I don't think Harry cares. He just want to show his face and then get out of there. Okay, is he going to be here that long? Okay, where will dearest Marchioness of Cholmondeley be seated? That's was. Okay, if this is true and I am Harry, I will be requesting to sit closer to the door for me to sneak out. I know the camera's gonna be on him. They're gonna know. Okay, if this is true and I am Harry, I will be requesting to sit close to the door, to a door for me to sneak out before they put the crown on top of my mom's tormentor. He's asking the easiest and simplest in and out situation here. They are known to stretch the truth and what people think. At another family function, they set him next to Rose, so I don't blame him. He knows they are trying to set him up for tabloid father. They would love to take the focus off of Willie and Rose to turn it on Harry and Bose. Okay, so Charles and the cohort will not be the center of attraction according to the excessive leaking, if that's what you want to call it. It's still about Harry and Meghan and Archie. Likely the only seat that is non-negotiable is the one on British Airways flight 269 to LAX. Okay, I don't believe this is true, but if Harry is discussing seating, it's more like he wants to sit in the back so he can bounce faster, similar to that first question. All right, that's okay. No, he's not. He's only looking for the one closest to the exit for when he dipped out. Once the hat party is done, he had a flight to catch. Okay, they are delusional. There's that. Doesn't matter where Prince Harry sit, stand, etc. All eyes will be on him. Can't imagine why he'd ask about it when the tabloid have been told his wife was being seated with the servants. Okay, good luck, Harry. Just watch your back. That's for sure. Okay, sure he was. Okay, I think Harry maybe doesn't want to be with Peg and can be probably prefer to sit with Beatrice. That would as probably his only stipulation. I guess we will see. Maybe he will sit or maybe come in with, can you imagine this, with the president wife, okay, first lady Jill Biden, come with her and live with her. Next tweet. Okay, Fergie is very problematic, but I'll give her one thing. From all I've heard about her, she never get jealous of Diana or was intimidated by her popularity to the point of colluding with the tabloid to harm her. Okay, 26 years after Princess Diana's final departure, the British press is still vicious and abusive. And the thing is that there was something that I read. Oh, maybe I got it from something else. Okay, so they were saying something about Fergie, and I was like, my response to it, this is not for that one though. It's not for that one. It was for something else. Okay, I'm LOL because it seems like they gave her one job to do when she came to the US, and one job only. That's to say something negative about the Sussexes. What did she do? She went straight in the middle, so no invite for her. Yeah, someone tweeted that they didn't invite her to the coronation. That's what I was making reference to. Let me see here. Yeah, that's not what I bookmarked. But anyway. Okay, so there's the... Let me go over this. I was done though, but let's go over these two. Okay, Paul, King Charles the Cruel. He has been overshadowed since his birth by everyone. Breaking news. Royal Insider said that King Charles is distraught about the royal commentator and media focusing daily on Prince Harry and Meghan. He is pleading that they focus on the coronation. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's 5 comments. Let's go into it. There's that. There's this. This is what we want. Leave the Sussexes alone. Great news. Okay, event air. There's the laugh. It's a bit late to complain about the media focus on the Sussexes. He was one of those responsible for making them a target. That's another way of looking at it, and it's true. And then he's been with the media since whatever trained William to be part of that nonsense. Party with them. Whatever. Okay, what's Harry thinking here? Let's see here. Okay, this. I'm not gonna play it because I'm gonna be what is it? Flag. I'm telling you, the squad, they always bring some question, and the way the squad respond back to those question. It's how they get Archie. It's how they got Archie. Remove your hand off my lady, please. Can't wait for polo season to start. Okay, with that lip bite, you can just imagine. Bro, your hand. Okay, so hot, my love. I need you right now. There's this. She's mine. Alright, so she's mine. It's mine. Alright, so let's do prayer. Okay, prayer. Let's do protection. Prayer for protection. Okay, 15 powerful prayers for protection. Protect me from trouble wherever I go and keep evil far from me. No matter where I am, I will look to you as my protector, the one who fights for me. Let's pick an image. Let's do this one. Okay, guardian angel prayer for protection. Heavenly Father, I thank you for sending a guardian angel to watch over and protect me. Please grant my guardian angel the strength, courage, and wisdom to defend me against all danger. Bless my guardian angel with the power of discernment so they can keep me safe from harm. Help me trust in their guidance so I may have faith that I am being protected at all times. In your holy name I pray. Amen. Alright, so that's it. I'm gonna put this on my community board and put it out for Harry because he needs protection, and Meghan as well, the whole Sussexes and the Sussex squad. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I also have another channel. What did I call it? Our part service. Okay, so go check it out. I have a video out. It's about Invictus. So far I think I have 3 videos. Okay, I have 3 videos out as of now. Okay, This is something that over 4 videos. I forgot I had 4 videos. This is nothing, because originally this channel was supposed to be something completely different, but it's not even public. Alright, and there's this where I started introducing the channel, and this is my first one, part 1, part 2, part 3. So this is why I thought it was 3 videos. These 2 I split it into 2. I started editing it before I went on vacation, and the second part is when I came back from vacation and I finish it. So I turn it into 2, and this one I finished today. Alright, so 77 people watch it, so that's good. So go over there. It's, what do I call it again? I call it
how often would you do that?
I call it our part of service. Okay, 98 people subscribe so far. So if you're a Sussex and Harry's fan, this is a good one, because I'll be focusing only on charities. The only time I will probably not show charities, if my 2 channels, PYTE and this channel, RPU Team Sussex, is having some issues with YouTube, then I probably will put some stuff here. But the main goal, the main focus for this channel is charities only. Okay, and so far, and I think I remain focused on it. Alright, so Invictus is the first one, and this one was going through their report. I believe it's 2021-2022 Archwell report, and I came out with a long list, and when I have time I'll go through the list and go through each of the charities, make a videos about them, and probably whatever they're sharing on social media regarding the charities, I probably will put it there in this channel. Okay, so that's it. Once again, thank you for your support. Go and subscribe.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better